Hey gamers, Cybersnags back. Yes, I did leave you on a bit of an EastEnders cliffhanger yesterday. This is the second part to a video that I did yesterday concerning me and Daz, our trip that we took down to Wolverhampton Racecourse the weekend just gone, and we went to the revival event there. And as I say in the last video, it was just a general chat about what I thought of the show, what was there, who we met there, and all round it was a pretty good day out. Really did enjoy it, and as I say, it wasn't really dissimilar to the year previous, but you know, still a great day out. And just taking a backtrack, talking about the arcades. Unfortunately, there was no Street Fighter cabs there, so I was pretty upset about that because I really wanted to get my revenge on Mr. Deloro after him giving me a right beating when we went down to Doll's house and we played Street Fighter 3 on his cab. But fortunately, we stumbled upon a Super Nintendo with Super Street Fighter Turbo in there. Now, I could go into detail, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm going to leave that up to Daz to either talk about or maybe he's filmed something during while we was there concerning how that turned out. So I'll leave that to you, my friend. You can dwell on what happened in that grudge match. But let's get on to what I was actually going to be talking about and where I left you all. Is pickups. Now, as I say, I picked up a couple of games and some gaming related items, as we call them. Now, as I say, I bought this hat. As I do, I buy a hat to go to every new event of each year. And as I did with Blackpool, I bought a hat and ended up buying another probably 3. So I had about 4 or 5 caps hanging off my bag when I was at Blackpool. And yet again, I did the same thing. I bought this hat to go down. And I ended up buying this one, which is the Donkey Kong cap. Now this guy is always at all the retro event venues, and it's the same chap that I bought my Luigi hat from, and I think there's also a Mario cap that Daz bought me when we went to Blackpool. Thanks again, mate. But as I say, new hat, new video, out with the old, on with the new. So, brand new Donkey Kong hat. This will do now till the next event in Manchester. Where no doubt I'm going to be going to buy a new hat and end up buying yet another new hat at the event. So, item number 1, a nice new cap. You can never have enough caps, I say. Never have enough caps. Now, let's talk about games. Now, I picked up 3 games. As I say, this guy, let me find out what his name was again. The store was called Sore Thumbs Retro Games. Now, as I said to you yesterday, he had a mixture. One side of his table was all PAL, loose carts and box games, a bit of a mixture, and then the other side was exactly the same, but it was more Japanese stuff. And me and Daz, we picked him of the best, as far as I'm concerned, of what he had. Now, I did pick up 3 Famicom, Super Famicom games, because once I've got the 100th game up there, which I know exactly what I'm going to be getting there, but I'm just biding my time and waiting for the one to buy. I'm going to branch out a little bit, and I'm going to be going on to my Super Famicom collection. So I'm going to be getting a few more added to that collection. I've got about 12 titles I want to pick up. And funny enough, I picked up 2 at the event. And there's also like a £10 punt I bought. Didn't know what it was going to be like. Played it and it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. But the first game I'm going to show you is Zoku, The Legend of Bishin. And this one's still in its wrapper. I haven't got any Sentinel cases for him just yet, but the artwork's really quite interesting. That's what grabbed me straight away. But on the back, you've got 2 kind of screens. One's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and then you got like a driving section. And it looked pretty interesting, to be honest. Not having internet on my phone, I couldn't really watch YouTube to check out how the game played, and I think it was just one of these spur of the moment buys. And to be honest, it's not a bad game, really. It's not a bad game, but it's a bit confusing because, as I say, the driving section, you got no indication of where you've really got to drive to. You've got to try and find other cars, and once you find these other cars, you race against them, but you're like shooting the hell out of them, and they can do the same back to you. But if you get shot too many times, you fly out the car, and then you end up on this side-scrolling beat-em-up section, and then you take out a few guys, jump back in the car, and then race again. So the game's kind of confusing, to be honest. I've still got to get my head around it. I might Wikipedia it just to find out a bit more information about what this game's about. But, you know, for a tenner, I thought it was worth the punt, and it's in really, really nice condition. Sorry about the glare, because as I say, this one is still in its packaging until I get some Sentinel cases. But, you know, really nice condition for a tenner. And I'm really not bothered that the game isn't the best game in the world. But, you know, with most of these Japanese games, you must research and find out about them before you even think about buying them. But never mind. Still happy to have that. So that's Zoku, The Legend of Bishin. That's game number 1. Now, these two I've wanted anyway, because realistically trying to buy these two on the NTSC format would cost me roughly around 600 to 700 quid easily. But I'm quite happy to own them on the Super Famicom. And as I say, they was both there together, and they caught my eye straight away. And as I say, I walked away from them thinking there'd be something better, and thankfully there wasn't. And even if there was, I'd probably still ended up going back to buy them. So the first one I picked up, or should I say the two games that I picked up together, making sure that I had them both. The first one I'm going to show you is Mega Man X2 for the Super Famicom. This one was £35. This wasn't too bad. Now, the only drawback about this one, which I didn't see through the plastic, and I was just kind of excited to have the game anyway, but unfortunately it's just slightest bit of the cover there. It's just come away, and I'm not happy about it, but I can live with it. But as I say, I paid £35 for this one. But apart from that, this game is in really, really nice condition. You know, it's got everything in it. It's got the instructions. You got the little Japanese like card leaflet you have in it, and you've also got the game. Now, this one unfortunately weren't in its baggie, so I'm going to get a baggie for this one just to make it totally complete. But as I say, picked up Mega Man X2. Chuffed a bit to have that one, because as I say, very expensive on the NTSC format, and I can't be doing with loose carts. So that is Mega Man X2. So you know what's going to follow, don't you? I picked up Mega Man X3. Now this one is in immaculate condition. There ain't a blemish, a mark on this one. It is really, really in top condition, this one is. Now this one was a little bit more pricey, but it is the rarer of the three, without question. I paid £50 for this one, and this one was checked out and looked at and approved by the Renegade Master himself, Shock16. So I can't go wrong there, can I? He approved it. I'm happy with that. But apart from that, this is absolutely in pristine condition, in really, really good. And look at the artwork. These covers alone are worth owning just for the artwork. It's absolutely amazing. That's what I like about these Super Famicom games, the artwork. And you know, realistically, with the games that I'm after, some of them on the NTSC formats, I know I'm never going to really get, because they're going to be very, very pricey. So I'm just going to end up picking them up on the Famicom versions, because they're still the same game. As long as there ain't heavy text, you know, if the game plays the same, you still get the enjoyment out of it. But there you go, guys. That is the third game, and very happy to own at last Mega Man X3 for the Super Famicom. Right, the final item I picked up, as I said to you, I was walking around and I spotted like this stall with like pictures on, prints, and they had all different gaming characters, Zelda, Metal Gear, and others besides. And as I say, one caught my eye, and I was umming and ahhing about it, as I always do. So I left it, and as I say, as I was leaving the event with Daz, I come across this one. Now, as soon as I seen it, and as soon as Dad seen it as well, he says, you have to have that one. That is you. Simple as that. That is your logo. You know, because anybody who's known me and watched me from the beginning, I've always had this picture I'm going to show you, or this character as my logo, or my thumbprint up there somewhere, thumbnail should I say, as my logo for my channel. So when I seen this, I thought this has to be bought. It looked really, really nice on my wall once my room is fully finished. So I've just took it out of the packaging for the time being, just to show you guys, and then I'm going to pop it back in and keep it under the bed until this room is sorted out. So without trying to block everything out, I picked up this, which is a print of the Cyber Ninja from the Metal Gear series. I'll give you a bit of a close-up, and as you can see, you know who I'm talking about now. As I say, I've used this guy as my logo for my channel ever since I started. So to see this, I mean, originally, I still might have it done, and then I'm going to try and put like Cyber Snake 7 across the picture there, but I'm not too sure whether I want to do that, because I just might end up ruining the thing. But even so, it's still a fantastic picture that's going to end up on my wall and in full glory, believe me. But that is the last item, guys, I picked up, and that's, I'm going to hide and show you the picture. Hold on, can you see? Yeah, there you go. I'm back. That's the picture I picked up, which is the Cyber Ninja, and it's a really, really nice print. And that was going for about £25, and I knocked him down a £5. So he knew I wanted it, but I was going, I don't know, I'll think about it. And then he goes, right, take a £5 off it, you can have it 20 quid. I thought, sold. So nice little picture to add on the wall wherever it may go once this room gets started. So that's my pickups, guys. And as I say, absolutely fantastic day. Yet again, an absolute pleasure to spend a good 6-7 hours with Daz Cojones Deloro. Top fella. Really generous of him to come down again, to come and pick me up and take me down to the event and drop me to my door. So many thanks, Daz. As always, mate, you know, you're a top man, and a top YouTuber, without, you know, kissing your ass, but seriously, you're a top fella. And looking forward to seeing you again, and hopefully a majority of you down Manchester this year. I know Blackpool now has become the mecca for a lot of us, and it's going to be the main event for the year, and every year forthcoming now. But I'm still going to go to Manchester. I really look forward to that. It was my first event that I ever went to. I know there's retro and I know there's modern gaming, but, you know, I'm into a bit of both, so it's worth the trip down. And as I say, hopefully some of you guys are going to be there and we can have a beer. And I'm just going for the day, though. I'm going to meet up with Daz again and Shock 16, and then we're going to head down and we're going to go for the day, not for the 2 days. But you know what? It's going to be a great time there, as per usual. But as I say, anybody who's going, you know, let me know in the comments. Give me a ring if you got my number. We'll arrange to meet up. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. But that's it, guys. That's my pickups. Had a fantastic weekend at Wolverhampton. If you can make it down next year, just come down for the day. If you're close enough, it's worth the trip. You know, just to meet up with any YouTuber, just have a few beers, have a chat, have a catch up, and you might see something that'll catch your eye. You never know. But absolute worthy of a trip if you can make it down. But if not, I'll see you in Manchester. And further in that, if I don't see you at Manchester, I'll see you in Blackpool. There's no two ways about that. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, I am CyberSnake7. Keep playing. Keep watching, guys. All the best.